when you talked about the first fight, you made a comment. I can't remember exactly what it was, so I'm paraphrasing a little bit. But basically, you kind of said he knows what happened inside that ring. He knows what went on inside that ring. And it's not just you that said that. A lot of fighters say that after they get done with the fight. They like whether they come out and say, I won the fight, they really know what happened inside that first fight. So when you hear him say some of the things he says now, like I think someone asked him about your power recently, and he was like, I didn't feel it, and a girl slapped me harder than he does. Like, when you hear him say things like that, what's the first thing that goes through your mind? I mean, obviously, you don't take him seriously.
Right back in them guts. I'm not trying to hear it. Like, I was in there. I saw you drain. I felt you drain physically. And, when you got hit with good shots, you grunted, you made noises. I've been boxing too long, bro. You're not going to talk yourself out of this. That's the thing. Like, that, they're like light years behind. When they're trying to, like, step up the trash talk, and they're trying to, step up the gamesmanship, and they're way behind with it. That's just the reality of it. Like, I can respect it if you do it and you're good at it. Like, man, that was a good one. You're not convincing me. You have to have a reason why when people are pressing you. Every time you get pressed, you got tired. Oh, I undertrained. I overtrained. I thought he was better than, okay, well, what about the body shot? You saw you get tired. Well, he's got to come up with something. That's his out. That's his out. So I get it. I know what I'm dealing with. I know what I'm dealing with. I know the psyche that I'm dealing with. So he's going to come out both guns blazing, and then once he sees it's not going to work, he's going to have to answer some tough questions. And it's my job to do that. I'm not saying this is going to be a cakewalk. He's going to make adjustments. I expect him to come better, and I take full responsibility for the way the fight started. I can't allow that to happen. That's my fault. And that's part of getting better. You got to take ownership of what you did or didn't do. And I got to look Verge in the eye. We got to, hey, man, you can't do this. And I got to have a better start. And if, as I start the way I'm supposed to start and establish myself early, it's going to be a totally different fight, I believe.
When you looked at that start from the first fight, is that kind of what you took away from that knockdown? It was just kind of something where you were like, that was my mistake.
Yeah, I kind of, like, the shot was just a good shot, and I think we're getting ready to exchange shots. I feel like I telegraphed mine. His got there first. And that's his best punch is a right hand. And he hit me on the button. And it was a good shot. Got up. And recovered and I was fine. He tried to come at me. I just grabbed him. Bell rang and I went and I recovered. But he just, in that moment, he just caught me with a good shot. But I feel like I gave it to him based on, my position and just being in his range. If you get it, you got to earn it. And I don't think I allowed him to earn it. He kind of got a freebie on me, and I give him credit for that.
Yeah, he tries to say that, he did say that the reason why he wasn't able to finish the job was because basically he felt like, well, he knocked you down once, so he'll take his time because he'll be able to knock you down again. Just looking back at that first fight, personally, it looked to me like as soon as that knockdown happened, you got up, made the adjustments, and pretty much took over from that point on. Is there anything that he can really do? I know you said you expect him to make adjustments, but is he really the type of fighter that can make the necessary adjustments based off of what happened in that first fight?
We're gonna see. I gotta assume that he's gonna make some adjustments. But if you look at his career, like, he's not gonna become a great inside fighter overnight. Now, I think it'd be a mistake for them to try to tell them punch with him. I think he's gonna take more punishment mid-range and then close. He's probably gonna try to outbox me because he had some success early. He's got a good jab, so he's probably gonna try to establish that more. And I just got to take that away. Listen, I got to give him the credit and expect that he's gonna be better. I'll take him at his word. He said he's gonna be in better shape, or he made some mistakes. I'll take you at your word. I gotta expect that, and that's what causes me to train at the level I gotta train at every single day and make sure that I'm doing everything I gotta do. You gotta do that. I don't believe in minimizing and marginalizing guys, and telling myself what I want to hear. I tell myself the opposite. That's what gets me up early and keeps me in this gym late.
Are you pleased? Obviously you're going to say you're pleased because you're not going to say I'm not pleased with how camp is going. But just this camp compared to the first camp, are you able to do some of the things that you weren't able to do in that first camp?
This camp is a lot better in a lot of ways. I had some hiccups in camp. You know, I'll probably talk about it down the road, but had some hiccups that stopped me from doing some of the things I wanted to do, training the way I wanted to train. And I had a great team. They rallied behind me, and we got through it. You know what I mean? And I actually felt better in the fight than I thought I was going to fight. I felt better than I thought I was going to feel. But I know I'm better than that. You know, and I never brought that up post-fight. Oh, we had a back. I never brought that up, didn't say anything. We had a good camp. It wasn't a great camp. I feel like we've had a great camp. But that doesn't mean you have a great fight. You know, it still has to translate. So that's the last piece of the puzzle. So, okay, I got to take this great camp, and I got to go implement this come June 17th. So that's the last piece of the puzzle.
This is your first rematch as a pro, right?
Pro, yeah.
Has it been different training, knowing that?
No, I mean, the training isn't different. I think it's been good because, you know, I've computed the 12 rounds. I have that in my mind, you know. And then the other piece, the unknown, is, okay, he's going to get better. That's what we think he's going to do. He's going to try to do that. That's what he had success with last time. Can't give him that. Can't be in this position. So we go through all our reps. And, you know, I'm trying to implement this stuff every day in sparring, you know. You know, it's easy to get caught up in the sparring, trying to win the sparring and being competitive in sparring, which you should. But implementing the game plan is important. You know, I'm not fighting my sparring partners. I'm fighting him. And I just think overall, man, I've had a fun camp. It's been grueling. It's been a lot of sacrifice. It's been a lot of hard work. But, you know, I've enjoyed it. And that's the important thing. When I'm having fun and when I'm enjoying my work, man, I shock me. I do things that, you know, that I didn't even expect to do. And I think that's going to be the difference in this fight. I can't tell you what the game plan is because I don't even fully know. But it's going to be a little bit of everything, man. And you know, I plan on keeping my belts here in America.